So I want to start off with a confession. I'm a thief. Actually, to be honest, I steal like a mofo. But I feel that to be a mofo is to be moving forward. And stealing is something that I feel every great innovator does. Sankofa is an Adinkra symbol of the Ashanti people of Ghana, and it's a reminder to look to the past to help guide our future. These are three different representations of it. And one form of doing that is repurposing, an idea introduced to me by Sarah Wiseman, a local Salemite, author, intuitive, and she told me about authors, writers, regurgitating information from one article to use for another. When I started thinking about it, I realized that I could repurpose all sorts of things. I could repurpose my content, whether that's online or an article I wrote. I could repurpose my ideas, and better yet, I could repurpose the ideas of other people. And what I started doing was taking a look at things that I saw people doing that I liked, and asking myself, how could a drummer apply that? How could I apply that to my own life, my own career, or my own relationships? It's been done by many people. There are all sorts of ideas from Twitter and Foursquare that have been borrowed and applied to Facebook as they became more successful. Ideas from apps like Vine that have been integrated into other apps like Instagram. And we all know that there are innumerable inventions that have either been blatantly stolen or built upon by other inventors. Here are a couple of good examples. In the music world, it's not uncommon to be stealing ideas. All of us have heard thousands of songs that have borrowed little samples, little musical snippets that one artist will take from another and integrate into their own otherwise original work. My Donating Drummer project, I completely stole from a waiter in San Francisco. The TEDx talk I did last year in Portland was based on 4 ideas that I stole outright from lessons that I've learned from teachers over the years. From guys, entrepreneurs like Tim Ferriss, I stole the idea of outsourcing and hiring a virtual assistant through Odesk to do research for me when I traveled around the country. And from bloggers, I stole the idea of giving people something free on a website in order to get their email address. My Jump Jam programs are stolen from groups like Stomp and Blue Man Group. And from online marketers, I took the idea of starting a YouTube video series in order to gain profits from Google AdSense. How to steal like a mofo? 3 steps. Number 1, absorb, like a sponge. And again, it's important to be aware. Start noticing things that you see people do, whatever their industry is, and ask yourself how you can apply that in your industry, in your life, or again, in your relationships or anywhere else. The second step, in order to steal like a mofo, is to adopt, to embody that idea, that process, that concept, or that technique. And the way to do that is to repeat, 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 until it's something that you don't have to think about and it becomes second nature and relatively becomes your own. To make it even more so your own, we come to the third step, which is to adapt. And to adapt an idea is to, after having absorbed it and adopted it, put your own personal twist on it. Use your creativity, apply it, again, to your own field, as I've done with many of those examples that I put up there, and completely make it your own. Often, it becomes the sort of thing that someone looks at you and says, wow, I can't believe how creative you are. You come up with all these amazing original ideas. Most of the time, it's not the truth. So that is exactly what I want to encourage you all to do this evening, is to be a mofo, and in doing so, move forward. We have an amazing evening ahead of a variety of speakers on a number of different topics. And what I want you to do is try to absorb some of the ideas that they present. Choose a few that you can adopt and through repetition start to embody. Third, find ways that you can adapt 1 or 2 from this evening into your own life and steal. But remember, if you've stolen from me, you've stolen twice.